All right, good morning, agents. This is Kevin Lauren. I'm the Director of Training and Marketing here. And today we are going to be going over prelims with Adam Cleary from Ticor Title. So we're going to bring Adam and his team on in a little bit here. But first, I'm going to bring on Cameron Alley from Cleary Mortgage. And I think I've made you a panelist, Cameron. If not,
You did. I think I'm good to go.
All right, perfect. One second. Let me
just got to share my screen.
Get my headset going here. All right, perfect. Well, good morning, Cameron. How are you today?
Good morning, Kevin. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good. It's still not letting me share my screen though.
All right, let's fix that.
Okay, sorry.
let's fix that. All right. So
I feel like Zoom changed something because it's been the last a few times. It's been weird the way that it's done it.
Yes, you are correct. Let's see. Well, that's really weird. Yeah, Zoom did change something. My background is no longer just automatically on there. So that was weird, but yeah, we're gonna have to change a few things. Okay, I found you again, Cameron. So you are now a panelist. And you should.
All right, now we're good.
All right, perfect.
All right,
and
perfect,
those of you that are new to our webinar, we do have a couple of new agents with us, which is great. Welcome. Cameron is the president of Clearview Mortgage, our mortgage arm. And so he normally does a mortgage update for us on Wednesdays. So go ahead and give us the update today, bud.
Awesome. So got a quick little update for you guys as far as rates. And then I want to run through a scenario, kind of show you some pricing and kind of show you where we are now compared to where we were at, because it's a huge difference. So things are definitely looking up. As far as the 10-year treasury, today we're at 3.473. So I think last week we're around, or 2 weeks ago, we're right around the same point. So basically what we're seeing now is, if you look at the last month, right, really about January 9th or January 11th is where I'd say it started. We've been really stable. So 2 weeks ago, I said I kind of expected us to start being more stable as far as bonds, so that basically if you went to lock your clients in, or your loan officer went to lock your client in, you're not going to have your deal killed immediately from where you were when he got you the quote, right? So we are starting to see that, which is great news. We've actually been in the same 12-point basis as far as basis points for half the month. So that's really good even in a normal market. So also too, home builder sentiment has been rose in January for the first time in a year, thanks to rates getting lower. So that's great. If you deal with any new builds, which I'm sure a lot of you do, everybody knows for the last 11 consecutive months, due to high rates and high prices, builders really haven't been building too much. The builder sentiment has not been high. It's actually gone down every single month for 11 consecutive months. So having a positive month come our way is a good thing. What we're hoping is that right now a lot of builders are taking on large condominium projects, right? If you go, for example, I'm in San Diego, and everywhere that you see building, most of it's condominiums rather than houses. So hopefully as the home builder sentiment increases, we'll start seeing more investors come out and be like, okay, well, we're going to start building single family homes, because obviously actually exactly with the last 11 consecutive months, existing home sales have also fallen due to low inventory, high prices, higher rates. So as we see home builder sentiment rise, and as we see rates go lower, we're going to start seeing more single families being built, hopefully. So that's also good news. The next 4 to 5 months before summer hits is really going to tell us a lot as far as where rates are going to be for the rest of the year. If we have low GDP numbers for this quarter and probably next quarter, and if we start seeing some more corporate layoffs, which we already are kind of starting to see right now, I do expect for rates to fall a lot quicker than if they don't. So the next 2 big quarterly GDP reports are either going to completely halt the experiment that the Fed is doing right now, and they're going to go back to where they wanted bonds to be low, because they'll say, well, inflation hasn't gone down and it hasn't worked. Or let's say the inflation numbers get better and the economy doesn't take a hit. They'll probably keep everything right around where it is now, maybe a small rate decrease for the next 12 months or so. And then after that, we'd still see a rate decrease most likely. But I do think that within the next 6 months, we're going to start seeing rates in the low 5s to high 4s. That's my guess, but we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. Also, if bonds do go down and we see a significant drop, I do expect for housing prices to be pretty stable at where they are now. As we all know, housing prices have gone down. Depending on what area you're in, some of them quite a bit. In San Diego, we've actually seen a pretty good price drop. I'm not sure for a lot of the rest of California, but if bonds do go down, I do expect for them to kind of stay where they are if rates do go down. But if they continue to rise or stay where they're at, I definitely see another 5 to 10% drop in the next 12 months or so. So as far as a mortgage update, that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. But I did want to go over where we're at price wise. So if you've always attended these webinars, you know that about 3-4 months ago, we were sitting right here for a par rate, 7.625, right? Right now, that's not even close to par, right? But as far as in the last 3 months where we've gone, I just locked a purchase last week at 5.99. So huge difference as far as where we are rate wise. This is actually, we're kind of in the normal area now for rates, not too high, not too low, historically. But if you look at the payments and the difference in payment, that's, what is that? About $700 difference. So a lot of people that weren't able to qualify before with the price drop on houses and with the lower rates, a lot of those clients might be back at where they want to shop, or maybe even just get them in front of a loan officer and show them what their payment will be, and maybe they'll get remotivated to try to get in there and get something, because this is actually historically one of the quickest rate drops that we've had, still from 7.625 to about 5.99. So things are looking quite a bit better. Of course, you could, get down to even like the 5.5 range for less than 2 points. Or if someone was really rate sensitive, they could get down to 5.375, right? So, big overall picture, we're in a lot better place than we are now. And I know you guys don't necessarily look at rates every day. That's my job, but things are definitely, looking a lot better. And I do expect them to slowly get even better. So as always, if you guys have any questions on rates or scenarios, or if you want to look at VA, FHA, whatever you have a buyer that needs, just feel free to reach out. We can help you out. But definitely, I do think the next 6 months are going to tell us where we're really going to be. And if we do see rates drop quite a bit, I think the summer is really it's going to start getting hot again. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you very much for the update, Cameron. Much appreciated.
Let me not share my screen here. There we go.
Yeah, all right. Perfecto. And so now I'm going to bring on one of our agents real quick. Her name is Joanne Casillas. Let me bring her on the line. Joanne has a pretty interesting little proposition for us. So Joanne, I just made you, or I enabled your speaker. Yeah. Good morning, Joanne. How are you?
Good morning.
All right. So tell us what you got, Joanne. You've got a project in, I think it's Santa Ana, right?
Right. So I'm working with a nonprofit, and she's getting ready to sell half her units this year and half the rest next year. These properties are located on 1st and 3rd Street. Not sure if you guys are familiar with the area, but it's pretty close to downtown Santa Ana. So what we're looking for is an investor to come in and purchase 8 of the units where they're now Section 8s. Now she sent me all the rents. The rents are fair market. They're really good rents. So it's not like a discount. So whoever, I don't know if any of you guys are working with investors, but this is the kind of buyer that we're looking for right now for these units. There, 6 of them are 1 bedroom, 1 bath. The other 2 are 2 bedroom, 2 bath. And she will do repairs if she needs to. So it's not sold as is. She's willing to work with the buyer, or I'm sorry, the investor, who's willing to take them off her hands. So these are again, units that are at Section 8. Now we have 10 more units that have tenants in it. So I don't know if you guys, again, working with, maybe a client that's looking to buy condominiums to rent them for whatever reason, this would work. Because she does have tenants in them. And if they don't mind the tenants in there, this can be something that can work, because she doesn't really want to put them on the MLS, but if we have to, we will. But I did tell her that I was going to have this meeting and open it up to the agents and our broker, and she was really good with that. So this is something that is good because you're not competing with other agents. You're working directly with me. So this
That's
is
great. Yeah, it's a great opportunity. So this is kind of a nice little pocket listing. And so do you
right.
have do you guys have a time frame on when you guys are thinking that you're gonna, have to go ahead and just put it on the MLS?
So there's 10 right now that she's looking at. We sat together yesterday, and what she wants to do is look at the ones that are paying fair market rate right now and try to get those for an investor to pick those up. But the ones who are not paying, they're not paying that great of rent for whatever reason, she's going to give them a 30-day notice. And those are the ones I'm probably going to put on the MLS. But again, if we have someone who wants to pick up multiple, then that can be, we can still sell them with the tenant. She will do repairs. She'll do, whatever she needs to do, but they have to be good with the tenants being in there, and to either they rent to them or we give them their 30-day notice and wait for they move out, and we can be an escrow during that time.
That's fantastic. So we do have a couple quick questions. What's the total price for these units?
So the 1 bedroom, 1 bath will go for anywhere from $270 to $285. Now, again, it depends where the location of the unit is. They can even go as low as $260.
Great. And then any garages?
They have assigned parking, and it's a gated community. They have security on the grounds. Let's see what else.
So it's probably more like covered parking or something like that.
Yeah, it's covered parking. It's actually underground.
Got it. Okay, so not a garage. Albert is asking this. And
No,
do you know the current rents?
So the 1 bedroom, 1 baths are going about $1,700 to $1,900.
Okay, perfect. Well, excellent. Well, guys, if you have any further questions, definitely get a hold of Joanne Casillas. I put her phone number in the chat. And so definitely take that down. I know a couple of you guys have questions about that. So very cool. I appreciate you bringing that to our attention, Joanne.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk soon. All right, guys. So let me stop my screen share, and I'm going to bring on Adam Cleary. Let me promote you to panelist, Adam. And then once you become a panelist, you should be able to speak.
He's gonna have to unmute himself again.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can hear you, buddy. All right, perfect. Well, Adam, can you see your share screen button as well? Oops, Adam. Adam, you need to unmute yourself now.
There we go.
Oh,
How's that?
that is perfect.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Sorry for the technical difficulty this morning, Kevin.
Not a problem, Adam. It's just the way things go on live webinars.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Adam Cleary. I'm manage the group over here at Ticor Title. We've been doing a lot of your title work for quite some time, and I'm sitting here with our title officer, Jonna Cannon. And Jonna has been in the business since 1995. 95, long time. Very experienced title officer, and is here to help answer any questions, kind of go over a prelim with you guys, and what are the things that how to read a prelim and things to look out for when you do get a prelim from your title officer. So without further ado.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Jonna.
Let's see here.
Good morning, Jana.
Can you see my screen okay?
Not yet. So you'll press that little share screen button. You'll select the screen, and then there's another little blue button that you'll select that'll actually display the screen. And that one says share as well.
Share screen. There it is. And then I had this one and share.
Boom.
All right.
All right.
You guys got it?
You're cooking with gas now, Adam.
All right. I'm gonna let Jonna here.
I'll have you turn the pages.
Oh, okay.
Well, that'll be helpful, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have specific questions, but we can kind of just like go through the pages. I mean, I know.
Yeah, that's perfect, Joanna. And then, yeah, we do have a chat feature. So, as you go through this, I'll keep my eye out for any questions that pop up.
Okay, great. All right, well, let's start with page 5. Why don't we start with the beginning? Yeah. So everybody knows, though, the preliminary report, this is what you expect to see on probably the final policy, except for any like liens and encumbrances that we're going to clear for the seller prior to close. But go ahead and turn the page, please. Are you at page 5? I think you passed it.
Did I pass it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go back to
There we go.
one more.
One more. Sorry, everybody.
It's okay.
There we go.
Okay, so here we go. So we start off, you see that your title is a fee. Now that's the best title you can hold. It's an absolute ownership as opposed to something as a leasehold estate or maybe a condominium where you only own an undivided interest in the common area. So next we have our vesting where you see we have Robert and Mary here as husband and wife as joint tenants. I'd always be looking at vesting, because if you have a subject to on the vesting or something like that, we're usually showing something in the prelim. Maybe something needs to be cleared. Maybe there was an uninsured deed. Maybe Robert deeded to Mary. Maybe there was a divorce situation or something. So always be cautious of that. Maybe a trust, someone had passed away and now the successor trustee is selling. Do you want to go ahead and turn the page?
Is there any way, it looks like there's a little zoom button at the bottom. Little plus guy. Can you maybe zoom in a tiny bit?
Let's see if that helps.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened there. Let's go big full screen.
Can you guys see it okay? It's not really working on our end.
I know it looks like it's kind of whited out, but yeah, a couple of our agents have chimed in. Okay, let's try one more little click on the zoom in.
Oh, zoomed in a lot. Okay.
Oh, now we can read it.
All right.
There's probably a happy medium, but anyway, if it's not possible, then But yes, it would be better if we could kind of read it a little bit.
Investing.
That's great.
Yeah, let me see here. If I go to the next page, what happens?
Next page, yeah, you're going to start going to your exceptions, but that's okay.
Right here, we're on Schedule B.
That's fine.
Okay.
I want to stop. Did anybody have a question regarding any vesting issues or?
I don't see any in the chat. I think really what we want to know is, why it's important for the agents to know what's on the prelim. And then, kind of what are some of the common title issues that show up?
Okay, so common title issues is vesting. Maybe a prior loan that was already paid off and they're showing a new refinance. And they want to clear one that we're not going to be paying off. Is that, I don't know how to really explain that, but
Yeah, the reconveyance hasn't been done
yeah, it's not a
properly.
record, but it was paid off. So we usually ask the seller to provide some sort of proof that the loan has been paid so we can eliminate the item and we wouldn't have to pay it off at close.
Right.
They're a real, I can't think of what I'm gonna say, I'm sorry. Let me get you, like a substandard on a property, that was something that you should always be cautious of. Maybe they've built a garage or something like that without a permit. And that's always something to look out for. Sometimes you'll see a lis pendens, which is a court action. Maybe there's a dispute for ownership or some sort of court action. The reason why they record those is to stop any process of selling, refinancing. So you have to clear that before you can proceed.
No, those are great. That's exactly the kind of thing that we want to, alert our agents to. Make sure they're looking for that stuff.
Yeah, lien. So if you want to go to, if you scroll down to item D, you'll see that is a hero. That's a hero loan. So we want to make sure we clear those and pay those off at close, because usually the seller's responsible for that. Sometimes the buyer will assume the debt, but we just want to make sure that the buyer is aware that there is a hero. Otherwise,
what is a hero?
So a hero loan is usually something they use for something an energy efficient, like something they're going to use, possibly maybe solar or some sort of energy efficient savings. It's honestly, I don't really know.
Basically, you'll see this a lot more, obviously, with what is going on in California, is that it's where the solar panels on top of your house are not owned by you. You're actually making payments on it. It's owned by the actual energy company you did the deal with.
Yeah, but you'll pay it like an assessment for your taxes. So
you'll probably see a lot more of these in the state of California, Arizona, all the places.
Yeah,
where
this is automatically deducted from your taxes every year. So I don't know if you want to scroll to the next page.
Yeah, and here it says it's used normally for solar and fake grass.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, some sort of energy efficient item. So I think so everyone is pretty aware of CCNRs, covenants, conditions, and restrictions. You can't paint your house pink or things like that are important, and people do want to know those before they do buy. So item 2 is an easement. Now this is something that a lot of buyers want to know where the easements lie on their property, and we can have easements plotted on the property for the agents to provide to their buyers, so they can see maybe they want to build a pool or something after they purchase, and they just want to make sure they're not going to get in the way of any public utilities, pole lines or telephone lines, anything like that. So let me see, you guys wanted to address issues. Okay, so
yeah, and Adam and the team, they're there to help you guys with this stuff as well. So you guys should be aware of these things, but that's what they're there for, to help you guys navigate these things, right, Adam?
As soon as you guys get our prelim and open it up, and you go to one, you need to look at the property address and cross-reference that with the vesting. And if it doesn't match up with, like, John Smith, a married man, we might have pulled the wrong prelim. That happens every now and again. You gotta check that, because sometimes the property address and APNs are different. It's rare, but it does happen. 2, if you guys go directly to the Schedule B, and you start going over what we just went over with you guys, and you see anything where you just don't understand it, that's what we're here for. You guys can go ahead and call myself or Jonna and be like, hey, what is this item number 3 or 2 or what have you? But it's very important for every agent to go over your prelim, because you need to understand if there are any encumbrances that might affect the closing of your property, because obviously everything is about timing in your world. And if you're able to address something right off the bat when you first get a prelim, rather than 2 to 3 or 4 days before close, you can usually resolve the issue. And if not, then you can let all parties know as soon as possible that, hey, we have a problem and this needs to be resolved. So that's very, very important for everybody to open up their prelim. And yes, you guys will, hey, why isn't the title officer telling me, that there's a problem? I get a lot of question at it. Well, we are. That's why we're sending you the preliminary title report.
Feel free to
That's
call anytime.
That's what that's for. You guys need to review it so you can see, hey, this is an issue, or well, I'm not sure what this is. Can you please explain it to me?
Yeah, I do have a lot of agents that call me and they just want me to go over each item, and I'm here for you for that, you know? So a lot of people don't understand and they want to know what each item is, and I'm fine with that. So a lot of times the buyer's agents will do that because they want to make sure that their buyer is getting clear title. So no question is stupid, so please call.
Yeah, no, and this is really important, guys. So, this is how you, again, provide value to your clients, because you are going to be working with the title company. You're going to be taking a look at everything. You have a fiduciary duty to look out for your clients' well-being and their money. So this is really important stuff. And so again, Adam and the team, they're there for you guys.
So I'm gonna show you where you guys can go on our website. So if you type in ticoroc.com, there is, hang on, I'm trying to get back to it right now.
And as he's doing that, like back at vesting, like we'll ask for a copy of the trust and things. And some people are like, that's private, I don't want to provide that. But it's really important that we review these things to make sure that the successor is the successor of the trust and is selling the property, because we want to protect the seller, the buyer, as well as our insured lender.
Yeah, well said.
Hang on a sec, I'm almost there. Boy. It's,
Yeah,
I can't see the top of the screen.
Oh, you can move, that little, yeah, that little bar, Adam, you can kind of move it out of the way. You can just grab it.
Oh, you can. Hang on. From my email.
Years of doing Zoom meetings. I know some of the trick.
There we go. Here. Okay, hang on. So if you go ticoroc.com and you go into resources, you can go under forms and documents and flyers and ebooks. And this is where we got flyers and ebooks is where we were just at. So you can click on that. And if you scroll down,
a lot of great tools
a
on that.
lot of great tools. It's so here's what your client asks you, hey, what's an Alta title insurance policy comparison chart? And what's an endorsement guide? Like what are these endorsements mean that my clients are paying for? And then here's where how to read a preliminary title report. This page right here is so amazing for what you guys do. It has so many answers that a lot of you have questions about constantly. It's a really, really great tool to go into and kind of just learn a little bit like what title and escrow is and what we do over here. But if you guys don't want to, we're also a phone call away or an email. So yeah. And if there's any other questions, I see there's a couple of chats up here. Kevin, I'm not sure if you're seeing them.
Yes, I think we've answered all the questions in the chat so far.
Okay.
So what I'll do, guys, is of course I will have Adam's information on the replay when I send it out to everybody. So everybody will make sure to have your information. And of course, the information is on our website, arghome.net, and it is in our Agent Resource Center in the Human Resources tab, where you can download our list of preferred vendors. So a couple different ways to get a hold of Adam and the crew.
Yeah, right. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
For sure. Really, really appreciate you guys coming on here and being one of our partners in the real estate community here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, guys, have a great day.
So
So before we take off for the day and get back out into doing work in the community, I'm going to bring on Andrew Leone from Solar Reps. He is our solar liaison. And let's see. There you go, Andrew. And all you have to do is unmute yourself, and then you are live, my friend.
All right. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, agents.
Good morning, Andrew. So Andrew, for those of you that are new, he is from Solar Reps, and he is our solar partner. So give us a brief overview of what you do for our company, buddy.
Okay, so we have a Realtor Solar program. It's a referral program that we've condensed down to basically 4 sentences that you can just kind of recite to your customer, and that constitutes a warm handoff. And we take it from there. We get them solar. You guys pick up a commission of $2,500 for that. It's a very timely program to pick up some real easy money for yourself and a great excuse to get in front of your old clients.
That's exactly right. So, on these trainings, we're always looking for reasons to pick up our phones and call our clients, call our past clients, call the people in our sphere of influence. So it's a really great way to do 2 things. First of all, be informative to our clients in our sphere of influence and letting them know that we are up on what's going on with the solar in California, and also make a little bit of money. So it's a really good program for everybody.
Yep. And I have just some real quick updates for you guys. So first of all, congratulations to Rhonda. She's got her first installation scheduled for Monday. So she'll be getting her first check. Congratulations to her. Shortly, shortly behind her will be Keith. And Keith is terrific. He's got a lot of Airbnb customers who have multiple units. So he's got a lot of stuff in the pipeline there. So
not bad. And then I know also Charles Barnes was probably working with you a little while ago, right?
Charles, yeah, there's a few of the guys who have stuff in the mix. So we've got a lot of things being worked on in the pipeline so far. So keep it going, you guys, and keep picking up this extra cash for yourself.
Not bad. And so again, on the replay that I send out this afternoon, all of Andrew Leon's information will be on there. So don't hesitate to pick up a phone and call Andrew and get a little extra cash from your clients.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I'll just go over real quick what's happening in the solar world. So as most of you know, this NEM 3.0 is going to be kicking in April. So the big rush to get solar before this happens is going on right now. So I would get everyone off the grid that you can. For those who don't know, NEM 3.0 is new legislation that has recently passed. It's very bad for homeowners in California. It affects the way that they give credits for the metering of power. And Kevin, someone asked me the other day to give them just a quick analogy of how it works. So just to show you how skewed against homeowners they've become here. They really want to keep you on the grid paying those high prices. So let's say, Kevin, that you have some items you want to put into storage, okay? Let's say you've got a bed, a dresser, and an armoire, and a couch, and you want to store them with me, and I've got a facility for this. So you're paying me a fee, you're storing your furniture at my place, and I call you up one day and I say, hey, Kevin, I've come to find out that you've been storing some other stuff off-site at somebody else's storage place, and that makes me very angry. So what I'm going to do is when you come to pick up your stuff, I'm going to give you your bed back, but I'm going to keep the couch, I'm going to keep the dresser, and I'm going to keep the armoire. I'm going to keep those for myself, and I'm going to sell them to other customers that we have. Now, how would you feel about that?
That's a great analogy. That's a perfect analogy. I would not be happy with that, Andrew.
Well, that's basically what's happening in the world of solar. The power that comes into the grid through your solar panels, they're going to be keeping 75% of that power. So, again, their goal is to make it uneconomical to, go solar and save yourself extra money. So everyone's rushing to do this now, and it's super easy for you guys to pick up these commissions. You can just bring it up in a casual conversation. Hey, did you hear about NEM 3.0? Google it. You should investigate solar immediately. And I have a great contact through ARG. And again, you just make the referral by way of a 3-way text that Charles came up with. This is his template. It's just very effective. You rope them right into us with a 3-way text, and we take it from there. We get their electric bill, do the analysis, and we shoot for our target, which is to get them 20% more power for 30% less money. And if we hit that target, the people are really happy. And for your purposes in the future, it's going to be a great selling point that if their house gets grandfathered in with NEM 2.0, this will be something that you can justify raising the sales price in the future, because all their neighbors will be on the 3.0 system. So that house will be more valuable. It comes with cheap power, and that's something you'll be able to capitalize on and sell on. So again, this is just a great reason to get in front of your old clients. Let them know, as we heard earlier on the podcast, that the rates are coming down. If they're not ready to buy or lease or do any one of your other transactions, you can always add value to their home by way of them going solar. And this will cost them zero out of pocket, and you'll avoid the problems that the title and escrow people just talked about as far as those hero loans. All that stuff's over. We'll get them solar. We'll do it without any kind of loan or lien on their title. And this will add value to your brand, making you the go-to person in yet another realm having to do with the home. So the great rush to go solar is on. Let's get these in before April 15th. Here's the contact information. And again, we're looking forward to your calls, or reach out if there's anything I can do to help you guys. Looking forward to your 3-way texts, and looking forward to cutting you some commission checks.
That's fantastic, Andrew. Really appreciate that. And Rhonda Butler just chimes in, says, thanks, Andrew. Great working with you.
All right. Great job, Rhonda.
And then Joanne, who was presenting earlier, she asked, as agents getting solar on their home, is there any discounts? Well, it's the same thing, Joanne. It's free for the homeowner, right, Andrew?
Yeah, it's free for the homeowners. So the agents, will really do something special for you guys. That makes you a terrific advocate once you have it on your own home. Everyone who gets it on their own home, they seem to be just so much more effective because they've been through the process. They can really testify to the fact that, hey, I really did pay zero for this.
Right.
This is not too good to be true. We got a public company to pay for this system rather than me having to go in my own pocket and get hemmed up and all that stuff in the past we just talked about, such as hero and loans and liens. So
let me get this straight. Joanne, as an agent, she still gets her commission, right? If she refers herself, is that correct?
She'll still get she'll get paid $2,500 to go solar on her house, save money, and increase her home value. So it's a triple win there for the agents.
That is literally a triple win. So Joanne, please contact Andrew, get involved, and everybody else on the line, don't hesitate to give him a call. It's a great program.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, you guys get out there, have a great day today, and make it a great week, make it a productive week. And we will see you all on the webinar next week. Bye-bye.